got the drip, you need to come and see. She switching up her hair, her makeup stay on fleek. Got croquet on her hips, she never miss a beat. She showing off her style with a new video this week. Naomi, I'm Marie, Naomi, I'm Marie, Naomi, I'm Marie, Naomi, I'm Marie. Naomi got the drip, you need to come and see. She showing off her style with a new video this week.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Naomi, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do this cute short sleeve tie up top. So if you guys would like to see how I do this, be sure to keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below. So you're going to need your size 4 yarn of choice. I used a 4mm hook, but I honestly would suggest you use a 3.50mm hook, as well as scissors, measuring tape, and yeah. So you're gonna start off and make a slip knot. If you don't know how to do it, I'm showing you how to do it. Wada boom, wada bam. So first things first, you're going to make a chain that's long enough to stretch to cover your back. And actually make sure it stretches to cover your back. You don't want it to be too big and overstretch. Also in the parentheses, I have what I did, and also keep in mind that I'm using a bigger hook. Like I said, I suggest use a smaller hook for better outcome, but if you choose to use the same hook I use, it's perfectly fine. You're going to count back to the 4th stitch and you're going to insert a double crochet, and this is where your work's going to begin, and you're just going to double crochet all the way back down to the end. You're going to chain 2, and then you're going to work double crochet for the 2nd row all the way down. Nothing different. Next, you're going to chain 2 and flip your work, and now we're about to start working our X pattern, is what I like to call it. So for this pattern, you're going to skip the 1st stitch, and in the 2nd stitch you're going to insert a double crochet, and then you're going to go back to the 1st stitch and insert a double crochet, and it kind of just makes it like an X. So you're going to repeat this. You're going to skip the next one and go into the following one, and then go right back. And you're just going to repeat this pattern for a total of 3 rows, and then once you have your 3 rows completed, you're going to go back to 2 rows of double crochet, and then you're going to repeat with 3 rows of the X stitch. And now everybody's back is different. For me, I completed it about 12.5 inches was what covered my back and like around to my front where my breasts were. Be sure to cut and fasten off. Now we're about to work the panels that tie up in the front. So to do this, you're going to start off with a chain that's significantly longer than what you were doing before. So I guess I did about 90 for my front up tie up portion. If you want it longer, you would of course add more stitches. And you would work this for 2 rows of double crochet. So next you're going to chain 2 and flip your work. This next part can be a little bit tricky. So you're going to take the total amount that you had for your back panel. Make sure you actually kept count of that. And you're going to subtract that by 10 and divide that in half. And what I got was 25. So for 25 stitches, I'm going to be doing the X stitch. So you're going to chain 2 to begin your decrease. You're basically going to combine your stitches together. So you're going to skip the first stitch, go into the second stitch, and you're going to insert like you're inserting a double crochet, but you're going to hold off on pulling it through the last 2, and you're going to go into the next stitch and repeat the same thing. Then you're going to pull through all 3. It'll show in the video if you guys are unsure. I believe I slowed it down for you. Also take note that you're only going to be decreasing on the inside portion where the long string is. The outside portion is to remain the same with no increase or decreases. So next you're going to chain 2 and then you're going to insert 2 double crochets, but these of course are going to be decreasing since they're on the inside. So as you can see, I am decreasing right here, and you're just going to work this for 2 rows. You're basically repeating the same exact pattern just on the front. You're going to chain 2, flip your work, and continue to work the X pattern, but as I said, you are going to be decreasing every time you're on the inside, so please do take note of that. You're going to continue to decrease all the way until you reach the amount of rows that you have on your back panel. You want everything to be equal. So once you have both of your panels done, you're just going to slip stitch to attach them together like shown. Also make sure that you attach them all on the same side, because if you accidentally flip it, the seam's going to obviously show. So just make sure you're paying attention to that. So now you're going to attach your yarn and you're going to work up single crochets from the top panel and the back down. I'm starting this where the straps are. This is just to create like a border so your work looks very nice and not tacky. So I highly suggest you do this. Okay, so this is what your work should look like so far. So now we're going to reattach on either side. It's up to you. Make sure you have it flipped inside out, and we're going to work the side. You're basically just going to slip stitch all the way up to about 5 to 6 inches. It just depends on you if you have bigger arms. I think for me I did 6 inches. And once you're there, do not cut and fasten off just yet. So once you finish slip stitching, you're going to chain 1 and insert 2 single crochets in each stitch around the hole. And then once you completed the circle, you're just going to slip stitch and you're going to chain up 2, and you're basically just going to work the X stitch all the way around the circle. And I did it for about 5 rows, I want to say, but 6 rows, 6 to 7 rows for like a more complete shoulder look. So next you're just going to slip stitch to attach, chain 1, and then you're going to do a row of single crochet, and this is just like a little border. I like adding borders, it makes everything look a lot neater. You're gonna slip stitch to attach, and then you're gonna chain 1 and cut and fasten off your work. Be sure to go back and tie in all of your loose ends because you don't want little scragglies posted out of your work. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And the beginner series is going to start tomorrow, so make sure you're staying tuned for that. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.
I know I gotta see you again.